Tonight's newsmaker is a nationally recognized biomedical scientist and academic administrator, which in many ways makes her uniquely qualified to lead one of the Piedmont Triad's major universities during these trying times. Dr. Susan Wente here has also made local history. A little more than 6 months ago, she became the first female president in the 187-year existence of Wake Forest University. She came here after previously serving as provost, vice chancellor, and interim chancellor at Vanderbilt University in Nashville. She and I recently spoke about leading Wake Forest during this time of challenge, excitement, growth, success, and a word she has used, reckoning.
Well, Wake Forest is an incredibly special place. It's a tremendous institution.
And as Wake Forest University's 14th president, Dr. Susan Wente is leading an institution that claims a lot of things many other private colleges and universities would envy. A football team that contended for the ACC championship, another top 30 ranking in the U.S. News and World Report National University rankings, and a rapidly expanding medical school, just to name a few. But like all other universities across the country, Wake Forest is dealing with the pandemic, and it's something Dr. Wente doesn't take lightly. Is it safe to assume the pandemic is the university's biggest challenge right now?
For this month, yes, it's safe to say that. It's also one of society's biggest challenges right now. So we don't feel alone in that regard. This is our 5th semester. It'll be 5 semesters that we have had to deal with differing ways to approach bringing people together safely to learn and to discover.
And this semester, the university's mandating students have the COVID booster vaccine, in addition to indoor masking and other requirements already in place. What can you say to reassure the community that Wake Forest University can operate safely with in-person activities?
I would say the very best evidence for that is the very successful fall semester that we had, which again, I remind you, we were in the Delta surge in the fall, and our faculty, staff, and students stepped up then. They will step up again. They're very committed to one another, and they're also committed to the greater good of the community.
Dr. Wente has also joined the university at a time of great change and expansion, including Wake Forest Baptist Health's recent joining forces with Atrium Health of Charlotte, and plans to open a second medical school campus in Charlotte in the fall of 2024. For this community, which, as I've learned over the years, can be really resistant to change, what can you say to reassure it that the School of Medicine, the medical center, the university still plans to be firmly based in Winston-Salem and not move to Charlotte?
I'd say we are incredibly strongly committed and view ourselves as an anchor institution in Winston-Salem, and as Winston-Salem as our anchor city. I think our deep commitment to the city in one way is reflected by the Wake Downtown and the Innovation Quarter. That's a huge investment and represents not just our Ronolda campus, but a true Winston-Salem commitment.
In academics, Dr. Wente believes what she calls bold moves will keep the university competitive and relevant, including educating the whole person, not just teaching the technical skills they need.
We are actually the only institution in the country to have a Bachelor of Science in Engineering that's an undergraduate-only focused program.
This engineering program also offers liberal arts courses that include writing and foreign languages, among others. She's also proud of the fact the students you see on campus today did not have to rely on standardized test results to get admitted. Wake Forest was among the first campuses in the country to get rid of that requirement. Is that something you want to continue? Do you feel that good about it?
Yes. We have proven over the past decades that we can, bring to campus exceptional students using a holistic evaluation process that doesn't need to include standardized tests.
At the same time, she feels the university must continue to recognize and, to use her words, reckon with its past. Just last year, the university apologized for its participation in and benefiting from slavery. And since then, she's established a Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Council to foster those qualities and act on recommendations to improve them.
I think the other thing that I will keep as a very high priority is access and affordability, and how we are, creating more scholarships, creating more opportunities to bring students from a variety of different backgrounds and lived experiences to campus, and then provide them with an environment that allows them to belong and to thrive.
Dr. Wente also told me when it comes to athletics, she is proud of all the university's programs, but Wake Forest will have to continue to remain competitive by providing the student athletes with the very best experiences both in the classroom and on the field, and that includes investing in facilities which many institutions have not done, and they're now trying to play catch up. To read more about Dr. Susan Wente, her vision for the university, the type of students she wants to graduate Wake Forest under her watch, and her perspective as a scientist on where we are as a society in this pandemic. Just look for this story on our website, myfox8.com.